Oops. Shit. Okay, I fucked up.
You could say whatever you want at the poker table, cause I just don't give a fuck. Poker Table Talk, the podcast we do for GP. Definitely not PC. Suck my wee. And if you don't like it, move out the way, nigga. Beat.
Yeah. What's going on, people? Welcome to Poker Table Talk, the podcast we do for GP. Definitely ain't PC. You don't like it, suck my wee. And today is a great day. I got my first inaugural female on the podcast today.
Oh, shit.
Xazmin Garza. She's here, people. On Cinco de Mayo, and that just happens to be a coincidence, everybody.
Beep, motherfuckers.
Tell these people about you. What's going on, Xazmin?
No, not much. My show got canceled tonight. That's the reason I'm here.
I know. We were supposed to do it. I asked her. We were supposed to do the hideout today, and I was like, "Xazmin, you want to do my podcast after?" She's Hollywood now, so she's like, "No, I don't have the time to do it. Maybe another time, Jason, when I come back to Boston."
Then I had to send you the shame text.
Yeah, and then the shit got canceled. So she's like, "Yeah, I actually do got time.
I have a lot of time.
It's cool. I got a lot of time too."
Yeah. But I've been wanting to do this.
Nah, no, I wanted to do yours too. Last time I was in New York, but it was one of those, I wasn't in town for more than like 24 hours. So I wasn't going to call you, hey, I'm going to just do your podcast and you better make it happen for me. I wasn't going to do that whole thing. So it was all good though. Yeah. How you been though?
I've been good.
She's New York living now.
Yo, I'm ready for shit to open and to everything to be back.
And I went to New York a month, maybe 6 weeks ago, and it was just so dead. It was so weird. I was like, this is not New York City.
It's not, but it's kind of nice.
It's good though.
It's kind of nice.
It was good to just walk down the street and not run into people.
Not be shouldering everyone.
It was crazy.
On the subway, you automatically get a seat.
Yeah.
You know, all that.
But I was thinking, even in Boston, how's it gonna be? Are they just gonna open the floodgates and say? It has to be incremental, right? They can't just let people outside.
I know, because it feels like Black Friday. You know, like we're at the windows.
It is gonna. That's the perfect way. It is gonna be Black Friday. That's exactly how it's gonna be.
But it's gonna be like bars and shit. You know,
everybody's gonna be fighting.
Ready to get fucked up.
Everybody's gonna be fighting. Everybody's gonna be drunk. Yeah. More illegitimate pregnancies.
We're ready to have sex with strangers.
Exactly. You know, it's gonna be an orgy.
Yeah, it really is though.
It's going to be nuts.
There's going to be a lot of STDs.
Oh, they're ready. You know? The doctors they're gearing up all that penicillin right now.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? What are you going to do? Let's say tomorrow is 100% open. What would you do?
I'm already ready. Like, my homie is staying in my hotel with me this weekend.
It's a guy?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sam Mike.
Oh, Sam.
Sam Mike.
Oh, okay.
He's staying in my hotel with me.
Yeah, Sam's my guy. Shout out to Sam.
Yeah. Shout out, Sam. Yeah. He was like, hey, if you're trying to fuck anyone, you know, I could leave. And I was like, yes, leave. Leave.
Why have we got to tell you that?
I don't have anyone lined up.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow night, you know?
Yeah, but if you be so kind to vacate.
Yeah, put the sock on the door handle. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Why y'all splitting the hotel? Just because?
He lives in Clinton, and he's been living in Clinton.
Clinton where?
Clinton, Massachusetts.
Yeah, that's right. He does live in Clinton.
And he doesn't have a car.
Yeah, I remember.
So for him to get out here.
Yeah, yep. I remember that too. I remember he did tell me that.
He was like, I'll just stay with you, whatever. Yeah. I've stayed with him a lot of times before on the road and shit.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was actually kind of looking forward to a little slumber party with my homie. You know,
Sam's so cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But then when he raised that idea, where he was like, you know, you're trying to fuck, I was like, well, let's see how good this show goes tomorrow night. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
And that smell you smell is my dog's farts. His farts are
I have no sense of smell.
Oh, yeah.
I have no. I told you there's benefits.
Yeah.
I told you there's benefits. I couldn't smell anything.
Yeah, his dude's farts.
It's you, for all I know.
Like, yo, this dude's farts are like on some other shit.
Dog farts are the worst.
Yo, it's like, because
it's lethal.
It's a different bracket of farts.
It's toxic. Yeah.
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 But yeah, she doesn't have a sense of smell. Tell these people why you don't have a sense of smell.
Yo, I got COVID.
She got the. She caught it. She caught it. She got it, people.
Great.
She
This
got
is
it.
great.
She caught it.
I love these sound effects.
Yeah, that's why I got this thing.
It's dope.
Just like pressing buttons.
No, do you have the bam bam?
Oh, the beep. Do I got the beep? I got something.
The bam bam.
Oh, that Jamaican horn. I've been looking for that. You know, it's funny.
That.
I was gonna get that horn and I didn't. You know, laziness.
Oh,
Out of laziness, I got this.
Oh no!
You need that.
This is Howard Stern sound effects.
You know, the crickets for all those Boston comics out there.
That's why I love your podcast. That's why I love your podcast. You talk so much shit about Boston comics.
Oh man, they're the worst.
Yo,
I was at. Oh man, it was so funny because I've done a couple shows and I've done a couple open mics since it opened up, and I don't know why. I thought like, okay, this pandemic's been a year. All the shitty comics probably just realized that this isn't for them.
Right.
And I thought most of them were gonna disappear, and nope, they're still there, just being weird, taking up space, doing terrible comedy.
Because they lived here. In New York, it's a different story.
What
A
do you
lot
mean?
of people did bounce. Because so if you're in New York and you're doing comedy, you more than likely moved to New York
Right.
to do comedy.
Oh yeah, okay,
Right?
yeah.
But people in Boston, they were already living here and this is their life.
So this is where their home is.
This is home, you know? And so a lot of people in New York did, I think, come to that
They said, "Fuck it."
realization where they were like, oh, this wasn't really going anywhere, you know?
Let me use that degree.
I'm gonna go back to mom and dad.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people did that.
Fortunately for me, I worked through this whole pandemic. I didn't have the time off like everybody did. Did
And
you
you-
work the whole time?
I did, but I work from home.
Yeah. Does that count?
Not really.
You didn't get much work done, did you?
No, because man,
Because you had a good though, because like when that first home working, they had to learn how to do it. So you got to like bullshit. It's like, you know, when you get a new job and you get to play I'm the new guy for like 3 months.
I don't know.
Even though
I
you
don't
know
know
what
what's
you're
going
doing.
on.
Yeah. Oh my, that's my favorite part of a job. The first 3 months are the best part of the job. After that, we're like, oh, I love playing that fucking I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah. That's the best card.
Oh,
That's the best card.
Yeah.
3 years later, you're still playing that card. You know.
Now you're just a fucking annoying guy or annoying fuck. Oh Jesus, that's my boy. I called about rims the other day. Don't worry.
Rims.
Yeah, I do mad shit to my. That's car shit on my fucking car. I've been doing shit to my car. I just out of boredom.
So what kind of rims do you have?
I don't have any, but I figured I should have rims.
What kind of car do you have?
A Honda Civic.
And you're trying to get rims.
I'm not trying. I just inquired the market about rims.
Oh no.
I was just bored.
Yo, I dated a guy who, and this was kind of like a benefit of dating him.
He had a dropped car, a low one.
No. That's not at all where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
After dating him, I could tell what size rims I was looking at.
Oh,
I knew if it 22, 24.
Oh yeah.
I knew exactly what size rims.
It's just like this pandemic. Like, okay, so I saved mad money because I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
I did not cook a lot, so that kind of, buying food out bullshit.
That's where my money went too.
Yeah, but I saved money, so you save money, and you'll watch a video that says you shouldn't waste your money, but who the fuck's not gonna waste their money? So like, I bought a bunch of sneakers for no reason.
Oh no!
I got so many Jordans.
Dude, right here when you walk in the door.
Oh, that's a lot of my son shit. Those work boots are mine. Those old green ones are mine. Those Vans. But yeah, those are just fucking bullshit. But I got so many new sneakers. And it was like I just, how you're a kid and you're young and you pretty much only get to do what your parents allow you to do. You only get to have what your parents will spend money, and then you get a little bit of adult. So you got like, you don't got money, but you just got adult money. So you can like make a stupid purchase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course.
So that's just what it is. But all the car shit I got on my car it's not expensive. I just know how to make it look expensive.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of the shit myself because my inner Puerto Rican comes out sometimes. So
Love it.
Last summer, remember I was selling those T-shirts.
Yeah. I remember.
I was driving to Cambridge to deliver one, and I rear-ended some lady. So, I had just got all the points out of my license from when I was young. Like all those ones that make you insurance. I was like, come on, lady. I was like, yo, I'll pay for it. Just figure it out. I'll give you the cash. Of course, it came up to like $1,500. I was like, all right, I kicked out. My car was still fucked up after, so I was like, all right, I needed a new bumper. And the bumper got stolen, actually, from FedEx. I did a whole podcast on that like last summer. But the thing about it is, like, too, I'm, like, real hands-on. Like, so what happened was I bought a plain bumper, and I painted it myself, and it looks perfect.
Ooh, nice.
Like, I got fucking all kind of shit under the table right now.
I was just talking with my girl.
Yeah.
Right before I came here about when you date a man who's handy,
it's
that's so hard to go back to a man who is.
I'm a maintenance man. That's my daytime job. I know how to fix anything. Like anything. And the dude who taught me, like at my job, he's from El Salvador. So he really is like, he's really handy guy. He's like, El Salvador, and he's like,
he'll make sure shit work with anything. He doesn't even need the proper tools or any of that shit. Yeah. I know. My dad's the same way.
And she showing me shit. And it's like, so now it's just like the shit I know how to fix is just like, you wouldn't even believe the shit that I know how to fix.
I was with a guy for a long time who didn't know how to do any of that. I'm talking hanging a picture.
Yeah, like simple shit.
Hanging a picture. Right. He didn't know how to do it, man. It was fucking. And you know what was? yes, exactly.
See, I love these.
You know what used to piss me off?
Yeah.
We'd go to Home Depot.
He's asking you questions.
No. The guy who was helping us would talk to him.
Oh, like he just knew what he was doing.
Like he was going to be the one fixing everything.
Right.
I'd be like, do you know where we can get blah, blah, blah? Yeah. He'd start talking to him. He'd be like, so what you're going to do is no. Every time. I'd be like, he's not the one doing it. It's me. Talk to me.
And it's so funny.
Oh, God.
When you're handy, I'm not going to lie, I look down on men who don't know how to do shit.
Oh, my God.
They're not men. They're really not men.
My dad.
They're not men.
The same fucking thing.
They're like, yo, you're not men. Like, it'd be funny, like, I'll be seeing, like, I'll watch, like, sometimes I'll be driving down the street and you see a dude with a flat tire. Like, why is AAA here? You don't know how to change a flat. You are right here. Yes. You got a flat tire with your woman and you said, let's call AAA.
Yeah.
Like, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you are a bitch.
Oh, my God. My dad was disgusted.
I am.
I had to hang something. It was like a heavy-ass mirror. And
had to level it off.
Yeah. So my dad's like, no, you just tell him that what he needs to do. And I was like, I'm
anchors.
Gonna
he don't know about anchors.
I'm gonna do it.
He don't got no wall anchors.
I was like, he doesn't know how to do it. And he was like, fuck's wrong with him?
Right, why you with him?
That's what he said to me. He looked at me all serious. What the fuck's wrong with him? I was like, oh shit.
Your dad's Mexican, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he wasn't trying to hear that
From Mexico,
shit.
bro. I was like,
he wasn't trying to hear that shit. It's so funny. It's funny because my job is like I do maintenance, so I meet guys like that all the fucking time where it's just like, you called here for this, bro.
Yeah. It was embarrassing when dudes would come to the house.
Yeah.
And it was like, just like, I was like, hide right now. I'll handle it.
It'd be funny, people call like, yo, you don't own a screwdriver, bro? You called me to tighten a screw? And then you seeing a girl like, you had a baby with this guy? You created another one of these?
Is there a typical guy who calls and does that? Like, is there?
Oh man, there's people. You know who's the worst? They're very particular and very annoying. I hate to say it, Indian people, and there's mad Indian people in this complex, and they just call for everything, and they just love breaking shit. I don't know what it is. They just break, and they'll call for anything. They'll be like, literally like. You see like that closet right there? There'll be like a chip in the paint, and they'll call you for that. You be like, for real? You want me to come here and just do that with a paintbrush one time?
Sure.
And it just be like that. But then there's like all the fucking, fat white women that live here who got nothing better to do with their time. So they just call just to have somebody to fucking come, and then they're just bitching because nobody's fucked them in 7 years. And it's
do you think they just want you in their house?
Oh, plenty of time. You always can tell when you get there and they just start talking like a meeting. They won't let you go the whole time. And then some of them are just bitches and they just
want company.
Yeah. And it's like, it's just, some of these people are just like annoying. And then I ran into this annoying ass black lady yesterday. These like lesbian chicks. And it's like, when somebody is like just so like, I don't know if angry, they're just bitter. that they take anything you say as disrespect. You know what I'm somebody just like they're just looking for. I was like, yeah, we're good. Like her fucking roof is leaking. We're trying to fix it. Like, don't give me shit. Like, I just cut your fucking ceiling open to look for a leak. Don't give me shit. I give people the shit back now because like the way I work is like think about when I would get a job, I always make sure that I'm irreplaceable. I always make sure that. I always make sure I know what the fuck I'm doing. And to the point where you start depending on me, and then I got you. Once you start depending on me, I'm gonna show my ass. Like, yeah, I do. Because after that, you get to be as much human as possible. After that. You know, at work, you got that work self. Yes. But like you know, now at work, they know that they depend on me.
And so you can show your true colors.
Yeah, so I can give shit to a resident. And then I'll be like, yo, this is what happened. I just told her like this. That's
I'm
what
valuable.
it is. Yeah, exactly.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So it's just like shit like that. You know what I mean? And I just do shit like that.
Yeah, that's a good ass feeling though.
Oh, man.
When you know you have value somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
Like you know they're not going to want to get rid of you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's such a good feeling.
Like, it was funny. Like, I was just being like, you see these Perrier waters? Like, I used to hate this shit, but this strawberry one is addicting. I don't know what it is. I went to my fucking manager. I was like, they had like a case. I was like, yeah, order us a case. We need a whole case of those. We need a whole case. She just ordered this shit for me. Like, yeah, if I'm going to be here pissed off, you better have some Perrier water on deck.
Yes, I love it. Good for you, man. My job right now, I don't really feel that way about it, you know.
Because you're working off a computer from home, right?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So I'm a copy editor.
What does that mean?
It means like I just look at ads and I make sure
they're spelled correctly.
All the copies right. Yes, accurate. Everything's accurate. There's no grammar mistake.
You mean like for a company, like an ad?
For an advertising agency. And so we have a bunch of different clients. And so all
like
the different
famous, like shit you like I would have seen.
Oh, absolutely. I don't want to name any of them, but for sure, big ones. You know. And so I don't feel like I'm very like an asset to the company necessarily.
Oh, boy. Hold on 1 second.
Is it the same friend?
No. Hold on 1 second. Nah, you could keep talking. I'm just gonna send a text message.
What was I saying?
You talking about you don't feel like an asset?
Oh yeah. You're doing a podcast. You're texting. You're like, yeah. You were saying like how unimportant you are. I don't know nothing about that.
No. I just got a text.
Yeah. But my job before this, I did feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like they needed me. Yeah. They wanted me to stay there.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's just like,
it's a good ass fucking
but that's
feeling.
also a bad thing because then they start leaning on you for stupid shit. Like the thing I hate too is that it's like this. The thing I always hate about like work and even like relationships. Like I say, I hate when I feel like sometimes you get punished for being good at your job. If that makes sense. Like, okay, just because you know I can handle workload doesn't mean I should be doing a more workload. You know what I mean? Like, just because this guy sucks at his job doesn't mean I should be doing my job and his job now. I hate that shit. And that's when I start getting angry. And that's when I start being a dick to people and just whatever, though. You know what I mean?
That's when you start resenting it.
Yeah.
You
just
know?
like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, just make them step their game up. Why do I got to do this shit? You know what I mean?
Better people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
So
I've had that too.
Yeah.
You're saying you feel like that in relationships too?
Yeah, like I feel like sometimes like, you know, obviously I'm a comic, so I've messed with a lot of damaged women in my life. And I'm damaged myself, you know what I mean? And it's just like, what the fuck is sometimes like.
Do you think you're drawn to them?
Yeah, I attract crazy. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
That's the dog. He's just being an asshole right now.
But there's something about you, because I used to say the same thing. I attract this type of person.
But you know what it is? It's like that joke I say. It's just like, it's because, you know, crazy women usually have extremely good vagina. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like emotionally damaged women usually have great sex.
Yeah, that's
and then, you know, like you start fucking. And then, you know, like sometimes when you fuck, and you fuck so good.
You get hooked.
If like you fuck so good, it almost feels like something. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, and then it's like,
is this love?
Yeah, or it's just like it's just cool to be around you because the sex is so good. You know what I'm saying? And then I fuck some crazy, just insane asylum bitches. You know what I'm saying?
No
like,
shit.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, it's just. What do you want from me? You know what I mean? Hey, Doza, try sitting down for a while. There you go. That's the dog.
Oh, baby.
He's
so cute.
he ain't got shit better to do.
Yeah.
That's the dog, everybody. But fucking, yeah, it's just, you do crazy shit like that. But, I've dated some whack jobs.
Yeah.
Straight whack jobs. And it's like, I was like, what the fuck is it? Like, why am I doing this? And
when was your last relationship?
well, I got a girl now.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. But
How long? During Corona?
It was before. Yeah. But we broke up mad times throughout Corona. Mad.
Was she living here?
She was staying here for a while.
Staying here.
She was staying here for a while.
There's a difference.
I talked on the podcast and we just it was funny. Like I would have a podcast about breaking. All right, dog, relax. It's all right. And it's like, we break up and I'd have a podcast about breaking up and 3 weeks later I'd talk. You know what I mean?
Update.
Yeah.
Update.
It's just but it's just, I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know what the fuck. We broke up we woke up over silly shit. Like we had a big fight over brownies one time.
Yeah.
Just because it was when pandemic first started, I had got re-addicted to video games. Because I was I hadn't really played video games. I always had a system, but I don't get to play it when I was young. But it was nothing else to do, so I got re-addicted to video games. And she came in one day when I was playing, and I had that pandemic blues like everybody else.
Yeah.
And she asked me if I wanted my brownies to be fudgy or cakey, and I didn't even know that was an option. And I screamed at her and I could tell, the way I screamed, she was like, "Oh, this motherfucker's crazy." And I could tell her whole.
I'm making you brownies, and you're getting pissed off for asking what you're.
Yeah, it was just
and
she was just yeah. I was just oh.
Yeah, I would have been pissed too.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have asked that question though.
Yeah, it was just I didn't even know what the fuck she was talking. I'll take any brownie you gave me. But it was just fucking. It's just nuts, man. It's just I don't know. I'm fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is growth, realizing that I'm fucked up too. Because is when maybe everybody does. When you're younger, the way you deal with you being fucked up is you think you're perfect and you think everybody else is crazy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But now you get older, you're like, oh, I'm fucked up too. You know what I mean? I still don't think I'm as fucked up as some of the people I meet, to be honest. But I still got my bullshit, you know what I mean? After
every relationship, I look at myself, and I'm like, all right, why did this go wrong? What did I contribute to it going wrong? Why did I choose this motherfucker? Right. That's always the big question for me. Yeah. That's always my therapy question.
To yourself?
When I see my therapist. I'm like, why was I even with this person?
Oh man, I've definitely been what the that was just this is a recipe from disaster from the beginning.
Yes,
and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yes, I know.
What was I thinking? I remember I had just one that was just this from the beginning to the end was just terrible.
Yeah.
What was I doing? Why was I even putting myself through that shit? You know what I mean? And it's just. But people don't understand that shit, man.
And I know how I am too. I had this relationship it was a long time. I remember the first time I saw him from across the room, I was like, in my head, I was like, do not get with this man, and I fucking did.
Yeah.
I did.
This is back in Utah?
This was in Vegas.
You used to live in Vegas?
I lived in Vegas for 10 years before I moved to Boston.
What the hell's in Vegas?
Yeah,
my dad. Did comedy out there?
My dad lived there. No, I started comedy here.
Yeah, I remember you started kind of late.
Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. But my dad lived in Vegas, so I went there. I was just supposed to be there for a summer.
And it turned to 10 years.
10 years later, yeah.
So you was in Utah, then Vegas?
Then here.
What age did you move from Utah to Vegas?
Oh, 26, 27.
You was 27?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, and then moved to Boston when I was 37.
Yeah, I'm terrible with geography. Where's Utah? Is that Midwest?
Everyone thinks that.
Is that Amish country?
No, Mormon.
Oh, Mormon. That's just as bad, right?
Oh, it's fucking yeah.
So you fucked with some Mormons?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that like? Are they so weird, or are they so
I grew up with it. I grew up
No,
around
but I'm
it.
saying, like, when they be fucking, right? Is it like they weird about it, or is it like
Yes.
they have to be so Mormon-y throughout the day, but so when they fuck, they probably
No,
crazy.
I wish. No. No, I think he thought he was good at sex.
Oh.
And I think
Oh, yeah, isn't that the worst?
Yeah.
Somebody, oh my God.
Yes.
Oh,
No.
you ever fuck somebody who loves to fuck, but they suck at it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my. It's like a chore for you at that point, right? Oh.
Yeah. Here's the thing though. He was only like the fourth person I ever had sex with. And so.
And this is in Utah.
This was in Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was number 4. And when I say Mormon, I'm talking like
Super Mormon.
Oh my God! Like he went on a mission trying to convert people to
What's
Mormonism.
that about? Isn't that so arrogant?
Yeah, I know. Knocking on my
That's so
door
arrogant,
and to another country.
And just
you
like
know?
you should do what we're doing over here.
Yeah, yeah. But that's their thing. They'll go over there and be like, we could get you a better life and shit.
What's wrong with the lives they're doing over there?
Well, they'll find a way to.
Well, what I'm saying, like, because when I think of Mormon, I be thinking like just the most stereotypical, like they go to some island where they're still praying to sun gods and shit like that, and they just try to turn them Christian and shit. Is it something like that?
I mean, it probably is, but I grew up with it. You know what I mean? I grew up around Mormons.
Yeah. Was your
No.
Mexican Mormons?
No. We were Catholic,
Oh, okay, yeah.
But this guy, he was like, he would feel so bad after sex, and he would cry and shit.
Oh, that's so gay.
Yeah.
Why would he cry though? Like out of feeling like he violated you?
Like, and the thing is, you know how that makes me feel? Like, you just had sex with me,
and it's making
and then
you
you're
cry?
sitting over here crying. Right. Like it was just like not a dope feeling. Like I'm gonna console you. You know what I mean? For having sex with me? Right. No. And then it was like it never stopped him from doing it again.
Right. But what was his reasoning for
because
trying?
He violated all of the sacred vows.
Because you're supposed to be married and blah 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 and all that shit.
Yeah, and I was only the second person he had sex with.
Oh, so he was a stud, I'm pretty sure. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
But then it was like 1 year later, I was like, that was shitty sex. Ugh. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. It just took like 1 year. It was like the next guy.
Yeah.
The next guy, I was like, that was not dope.
Yeah. Oh my God.
This is dope.
Yeah, I remember. I remember that fucking first one. My first time was actually pretty traumatic for me.
Traumatic?
Yeah.
Why?
You know what happened? All right. So I used to date,
tell me.
So one of my best friends named Louis. That's the only name I'm gonna mention in this story. My best friend Louis.
How old were you? Like 12?
Like 14 or something. 13, 14, like right around that age. And my boy had put me on with his friend. He went to school. He went to school out of town. Like we was in Boston. He went to school out of town. And there was this white chick with huge tits. To this day, she's still top 2. And mind you, I'm a young boy. These tits were massive. Massive tits.
Top 2 tits as in they were so
size.
big?
Yeah. I've only had one girl's tits who bigger than this shit.
But were they nice? Like, because there's big, perky tits, you know?
She had big, like, Dolly Parton tits.
Yeah,
just big, white, pink nipple tits. You know what I'm saying?
Pink nipple.
Yeah. So anyway, I didn't have nothing to compare it to, and I didn't have and I was a virgin. I couldn't be, what the fuck's that word I'm looking for? Picky. At this point. So anywho.
Okay.
Whatever. And we used to all chill at my other boy's house. He had there's always that friend who has a basement or something.
Yeah,
and
their parents don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
never coming downstairs.
Right. So whatever, we was talking for a while. I set it up like, yo, blah, 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 we're going to do this.
You knew his girl was down.
Yeah, she was down for this.
She fucked all their friends.
Yeah, she had fucked somebody else and whatever. I was just like, I'm like, all right, cool. So we do it. So whatever, mind you. So the basement is like this house, like a big square. And there's just one room off to the side that way and one room off to the side that way. Like it could be an apartment if it was like refinished, but it was just a space. You know what I'm saying? There was a bed in each room for whatever reason. And so we was chilling in there. Oh, mind you, a million of my friends are over there because they got their girls. This is when we started smoking weed and it was just a party there.
I know the scene.
Yeah. So it's like whatever. So we in there. I had this freaking condom. I don't even remember where the fuck I got this shit from. I didn't know condoms expired and all that shit because I'm 14, right? So we do it. I'm probably fucking like I put the condom on, I put it in. I'm probably fucking for all of 46 seconds. But I played it off for a minute and 3 seconds because I'm the man. And then I pulled it up.
Did you know where everything went?
Yeah. Okay. She did most of that for me because I was inexperienced.
Yeah.
I was a novice, but freaking, and I pull it out and the condom is broken. Just dump load, everything is broken. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. So mind you, it's the first time I have sex. I fucking, lucky for me, my boy. Like, I'm like, well, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, I got to do something. I don't know what I got to do, but I just know I got to do something right now. Lucky for me, my friend worked at a clinic, and he said, go over there, tell them this, that, and the third, and they'll give you a morning after pill. It's for free. So I was like, all right, cool. So you got to do that. Mind you, I don't have no money, so we got to walk. We got to walk all the way to this fucking clinic. We go over there. I'm sitting in the fucking.
What year is this? We didn't have the morning after pill when I started.
This was Dozer. Enough. It's over. You won. You caught your tail. Jesus Christ. Let's see. Early 2000s.
Okay. Yeah.
Early 2000s.
Yeah.
And this is like the Dipset 50 Cent era.
Okay.
So that era. So I'm up here like, I have to walk to a clinic after I'm thinking I'm going to have sex today and I'm going to feel great. And mind you, I'm trooping it to this fucking clinic and I'm in there for like a couple hours. And then
Jesus.
After that, I was just like weirded out.
Shit, at least you were responsible.
Yeah. I was
a lot of kids would have just been like, and that's sex.
Yeah. And after that, I was just like, I kind of kept my distance from her.
Really?
She ended up fucking one of my friends after that because I just kind of ghosted her. I was just like weirded out. I'm like, oh, fuck. And she was an evil white bitch because I didn't know how fucking morning after pills work. So I didn't know you just take it and then whatever, you good. She would, like, if I wouldn't pick it up, she would threaten me. Say, I'm not taking that pill unless you pick up the phone. So I'm thinking like, and she did this for a couple weeks. So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, this is like, I don't deserve this. I'm 14. Like, so.
She was already playing games.
Evil.
I kind of respect her for that, I wish I would have had those smarts. Like the first time I had sex, the dude never spoke to me again. The next day, yeah.
In Utah?
A
Mormon?
He was Mormon, but he wasn't Mormon like the other guy. He was like
He would cry?
He fucked around. No.
Oh, he was.
No, this guy was like,
he
drank, he had sex, he did this shit. The guy who I say was a Mormon guy, he was a devout Mormon. Yeah. You know what I mean?
This guy was just
kind of his
Mormon
family was Mormon,
yeah.
But yeah, he didn't speak to me the next day. None of that shit.
You felt sad?
Oh, I felt like
used.
Yeah, used. And this was back in the like whole slut shaming era. It wasn't like I had sex. I'm
this whole
empowered.
This is bullshit. That's just as much bullshit as slut shaming. All that shit is bullshit.
It's bullshit, but it's so much better for the girl.
Oh yeah.
It's so much better for the girl.
I mean, it's created a great era of hoes. Like this is the time. If you're single, this is the time to be single because women just fuck and that's it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of just fucking and that's it nowadays, which is just great. That's a great thing to do. But it's not so good for women who actually don't know how to like put the brakes on it when they're trying to like build a relationship and all that. I think that's the disconnect where girls think they can like.
Look, it's never, ever, ever gonna be a situation where a man and a woman are having sex regularly. There's never, ever gonna be a situation where they are feeling the exact same way about each other.
Oh, of course
One
not.
person's always going to want something different out of the relationship than the other person.
That's beautiful. That's poetry.
It's never going to
That's exactly what it is.
But
that imbalance keeps the relationship together in a way.
Yeah, because there's someone pulling.
Working, yeah.
There's someone pulling, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I hate when I see people who are like too in love. That shit like makes me sick.
And I never buy it.
Yeah, like there's like you on TikTok?
No. I have an account, but I'm not on it. You know what I mean?
I'm not on it as much, but I peruse if I'm bored, and there's like TikTok couples.
Oh, gross.
And it's like,
gross.
It's like, come on, bro. Like, no way. There's no way you live with this girl. You have kids with her. You have a house with her. You're married with her, and you still like being around her. There's no way y'all have this much fun together. There's just no way. There's no way. No. I'm sorry.
There really isn't. I'm sorry. That's fake.
You've been married
That's
before.
like TV. Yeah. No, that's fake.
How long was you was married in Utah? No, Vegas, right?
Vegas, yeah. And I was married.
He was from Vegas?
What?
The guy was from Vegas?
No, he wasn't from there either.
But you met in Vegas?
We met in Vegas, yeah.
How long was you married for? Like a long time, right?
No, we were together for almost 9 years.
Yeah.
But we were only married for like 2.
And it was just like, when y'all got married, it was like, we shouldn't have done this type of thing?
we wanted to get a divorce.
Both of y'all. It was a mutual.
Mutual, yeah. We wanted to get a divorce when it was
so
less
all right,
than a
so
year.
let me ask you something. So when y'all was dating, was it fine?
The first 2 years, I was deeply in love.
Okay. And what about the other 5 after that?
No, the other, like, 7.
All right, what about the other 7? No, I'm saying before the marriage.
Look, I'm talking about before the marriage too.
Oh.
The first 2 years, I was deeply in love.
It was
okay?
great. It was fun.
And then the next 7 years, I was still holding on to those 2 years.
Oh, you was chasing a high. You was chasing a
high.
Oh,
that's what I was doing. Like a drug addict,
yeah,
you know?
that's exactly what it is. You're
that's what I was doing.
High. It's chasing a fucking high.
And I couldn't. And we both were doing the same thing where we didn't want to hurt the other person.
See, you know what? That is one thing why I'm glad I'm an asshole, because I learned about breaking up is that there's 2 things you have to do when you break up. One, you're going to have to be mean. You're going to have a mean conversation with somebody for about an hour.
Oh.
You got to power through it.
It's so hard.
You got to power through it.
Looking in their eyes.
Listen, you got to power through it. And 2, this stupid thing people always do in a breakup, they try to break up on good terms. You have a mission, I'm with you. Which is you got to get out of here. There's no way you're gonna break up with somebody and they're gonna not go to their friends and tell them you're a piece of shit, and because you're gonna go do the same thing to your friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't break. Your mission is an exit. It's like if it's a burning building, you don't care which exit you take. You're just trying to get out the building.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm so with you on that. People who are like, let's stay friends.
Why?
Let's check in.
Why?
Bro, get as far away from me as possible.
Right.
I don't want to. I can't even fucking see your little Facebook or Instagram icon.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
It's
you know?
like, why? Because you're gonna touch it. You're gonna click it. Because the natural curiosity, that's what fucks you up longer when it's just like. When it's like you break up and then he's like, you wonder, like, they fucking somebody else already, or maybe they was already fucking somebody and they wanted to break up because, you know what I'm saying? Your mind starts fucking going all crazy.
You start telling yourself all kinds of shit.
Yeah, you can go fucking nuts.
You never cared about this.
Yeah.
Oh, you start replaying conversations and shit. You know what I mean?
Start adding dots that shouldn't be connecting dots that shouldn't be connected. And
right. But the second that someone says, I don't think this is going to work or whatever, whenever you have that conversation, fucking cut the ties.
Cut the umbilical cord.
Cut the cord, bro.
You got to
get away.
And you got to break up. You got to break up swift. You know what I'm saying?
With me, if I don't, I'll be like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, you want to hang out?
You'll text or some shit like
yeah. Well, I mean, I could just fucking one time in my head. You know?
Yeah. A guy can do that, but girls can't do that. It's all the way back
in.
Yeah.
No, I can't. Women can't do that.
They can't. They pretend they can. But they just can't.
Oh, I'm cool with that.
And the worst thing about it with women is like, you fuck your ex, and this isn't like fucking somebody who you just like to fuck, and this is somebody who fucked you, who knows how you want to be
history
fucked. And it's like the emotion and all that shit. You're like, Nick, like,
fuck, don't even, yeah. Oh, exactly, right here. Do this shit.
It's just like, oh man, it's gonna get messy.
Here's the thing for me, okay? I've realized this about myself. I can't. Hey, what's up?
Oh, that's my son, Julian.
How are you?
That's Xazmin.
You're cute.
He got all the ladies.
He is very cute.
Yeah.
The thing.
Say whatever. Don't worry.
I'm like,
you're all good. Don't worry about it. You should hear what he says when he's online gaming. He thinks that I'm not listening.
The thing I realized about myself is I can't have the casual fuck buddy situation more. If I go
Someone
4
with
times,
anybody?
anyone,
Yeah.
anyone, a loser on the street.
Right.
Okay, if you come in my house and we have sex 4 times in a row, 4 different times, where goodbye, hello, 4 different times.
You going crazy?
I love you. I want.
Is that the Spanish in you though? You think?
To be with? I'm sure it is.
What is that?
No one else
what
better
that,
touch you.
What is that fucking like? That blind love passion in Spanish culture. Where does that come from?
I don't know.
Because all Spanish, no matter whether it's Guatemalan, whether it's Puerto Rican, it's all the same. Like, where does that come from?
The thing that we all have in common.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't care where the fuck it's from.
Yeah.
And tell me if you have this in you. Is no one else better even look at you.
It's so jealous.
Oh, it's so jealous.
So jealous.
So jealous. You could tell me a story from 10 years ago
about
a girl that
and
you first time you saw her, and I'm like, who's this girl? You know, I don't care.
You always think that the castle was under attack.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
I don't know, man.
Because I've seen it, and I've seen like my friends who are like I'm half Puerto Rican, but my friends who are like Puerto Rican, like grew up in that quinceañera Puerto Rican type bullshit, and it was just like you just see it, you be like, yo, this girl would literally stab this dude if he if you know what I'm saying.
But the men are the same way.
But you know it's weird though. The men are the same way. But what's also weird is a lot of the men are cheaters also.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is like.
But I think that's where it comes from.
Why the women are so crazy?
I think
that's what Mike Bain actually said. He went to Colombia, and that's what he kind of said.
Oh, that
the men are cheaters, so that's why the women are so jealous and crazy.
Yeah. So all of us. So I think maybe the reason I'm like that is my dad was a cheater.
You saw him cheating?
I saw things that I remember. He would catcall women in front of me and shit. You know what I mean? That's fucked up. You know, that is fucked up. In front of your daughter,
but you didn't know what he was
catcalling
doing.
another woman. You know, I knew what he was doing. I knew this was wrong. I was just like, what?
What are you going to say?
You're betraying mommy right now. I remember thinking that, feeling that, you know? Yeah. So I saw my dad do that. My mom, her mom was a kept woman. My dad's dad.
What do you mean? Like she lived in the...
Like he had a wife and kids, and then he kept my mom's mom on the side with their kids.
So your grandmother?
Yeah.
So your grandmother
was a kept woman.
Was a side
piece.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
To your grandfather.
To my
So your grandfather and that was very common back then. But whatever. Mm-hmm. So your grandfather had a wife and kids, and then your grandmother was his side girl.
On the side. With their kids.
Oh yeah, 2 families.
Two families.
You're here.
2 families. Yeah. Okay. So
how do you do that?
Listen,
I always wondered how men pull that off. Not because I want to, just out of
curiosity. My dad's dad, same thing. He had their family and stuff, and then he had another family in Mexico.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
And so anytime my dad would go on a business trip or anything like that, my mom would look out the window and she'd be like, "He better not have another family," and we'd be like, "What?" You know what I mean?
Right.
What the fuck are you talking about? Another family? So all that shit was always in the back of our heads, and so you grow up with that, and that's exactly where it comes from.
Wow.
It's.
But this is like Spanish women. Like I've seen them get violent.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. If you know this girl is, why even risk it? That's just dangerous at that point. You know what I mean? To just like do some shit like that.
Let me ask you something, okay?
Yeah.
Is there anything in you, be honest, that kind of likes it a little bit?
Well, being a dirtbag?
No.
I used to be the dirtiest of the dirtbags.
Listen, when your woman gets possessive like that, when she gets kind of like territorial, you know?
Yeah, it's to a certain extent to where it's not like cuckoo, but there's no way to do it without being cuckoo. You know what I'm saying? Like when she gets a little, it's like, all right, she fucks with me, but once that energy is released, it's just it just gets stronger and stronger. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I've gotten way better as I've gotten older at disguising it, hiding it,
right,
suppressing it.
Right.
Pushing it down, dude. Yeah. Right. I don't even tell the person that I'm feeling this way.
Yeah.
But it's in there. you know?
I don't know, man. But dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. But
It's a horrible thing to feel. The two feelings I hate the worst in life are jealousy and guilt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are pretty shitty.
Those are the two worst
Yeah,
things.
feeling jealous is a shitty ass feeling. That is because you feel like right in your heart, and you're just like, what the fuck? And you want to stop feeling like that, but you just can't stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And do you have it with comedy?
Oh, sometimes you be like, what the fuck? Of course, we all have that feeling. And you be like, come on, what the fuck? Like, especially, I would say, like, especially being in Boston and being comedically at the level I've been for the last 5 years. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you see shit and you're like, what the fuck? When you see and whatever people feel like when I'll hit up a booker, I'll say, let me do this. You give me the runaround. Then a couple weeks later, you see somebody who may have been doing it for 2-3 years, and you give him what the fuck I just asked for, and I know he's not as good as me.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck do you want from me?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the fuck? It's of course, and it's like, it may be just, it'll just be like you're just angry, like what the fuck? I was super frustrated with comedy. Like I had started comedy, I got good fast. I got to a level where I thought I deserved more, and it frustrated me for a couple years. And then what I did was I took a step back from comedy, not like stop doing it. I'm talking about mentally. I took a step back and I said, all right, I'm just only going to do what I can control. And the only thing I can control is how funny I am. So then the last 5 years, I was just dedicated to just being as funny as possible. And that's why I had got that funny. You know what I mean? Why I would go to a room that was dead, and you know what I'm saying? And my G and Papa always used to say, he's like, you walk into dead rooms and then just kill. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll walk into a room and I'm locked and loaded. I'm not here to make nobody feel like bad, but I'm not here to sell myself short either. I'm not here to like when I see comics like not taking comedy serious in a way. You know what I mean? Like when I see comics wasting stage time and like not getting better or not trying, it's like get the fuck out of here, bro. You know what I mean?
You're wasting everyone's time.
Yeah, you're wasting everybody's time. Like when I just asked this fucking dude booking a show, can I do 15? And he says, no, you only could do 8 because this shitty guy wants to do 7. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's just like I'm here to break down walls and shit right now. If you're not here to do this level or at least try to get the fuck out of my way. You know what I mean? And that's it. And they got to the point, like even when I was doing featuring, and I thought I was ready to headline, it got to the point where I was, and I wasn't. Maybe I was consciously doing it, but I was proving that I was better than the headliners. Yeah. Because G and Pop always says shit, like I used to bury headliners all the time. Where it's just like, all right, I'm not giving you this show. If you think I'm just gonna sit here and just give it to you because your name's on the marquee, you got another thing coming. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Like I'm here to show you what the fuck is going on.
The way Boston works, I feel like it. There's no way to do Boston comedy, especially if you're a minority comic, and not have major jealousy. Major jealousy. And just like resentment. Yeah. And just getting bitter on the scene. And the way things work and who's getting booked and who's getting attention and shit like that. It just, it
drives you nuts.
It fucking... Yeah, it really does.
Now, is New York different from that? The scene?
I feel like it is, actually. And the reason I feel like it is because, well, you know, now with the pandemic and everything's changed. But I got to a point finally where I was like, oh, there's so much shit here. There's so many opportunities, so many things happening.
Right. You was doing your thing.
Where it doesn't matter who you are, dude. If someone's getting a thing, there's no point in getting jealous. Right. Because there's another thing a week later. Right. A month later. Right. You know, 6 months later. There's going to be another opportunity. Mm-hmm. And this person's path is not going to be
it's gonna be
the
a
same
different
as my
band, and that's the
so
thing
I was getting
too
jealous
with me.
of girls who had nothing to do with my comedy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Who I was like,
You don't even do the same type of shit.
not at all.
Yeah.
I was just like getting pissed off that the system was rewarding her for not even being funny.
Right.
I was just feeling some type of way about that. You know what I mean?
There's that Boston in you.
Yeah, maybe. And that's why I feel like that's kind of, I don't know. There's a reason why I had to get the fuck out of here.
Oh, bro.
You know?
You have to.
Yes, you have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, or else you're just going to sit here and the bitterness is going to grow.
It's going to eat you alive. And that's like before the pandemic, I was going to do Boston Calling, and I had a JFL audition. I had one.
Yeah. I remember.
I was so ready. When I say I was locked and loaded for that shit, like there was, I believe in my heart there was no way I wasn't going to get picked for that, because it was just, I was so ready. I had, my material was just A1 and crispy at that point. It was just like, that's the pandemic. Fuck that shit. Mm-hmm. That was what pissed me off most about the pandemic more than anything in the world, was that fucking audition.
It was so hard though to be like I had some shit in the works too, and it was very hard to be like, I can't believe this is happening to me.
Right.
You know, and it's like, it's happening to the fucking world.
Right.
You know, it was like no one wanted to hear that shit.
Yeah.
No one wanted to hear
you bitching.
No. You know?
Right. And that's what it was with me. I was just like, all right, whatever. Yeah. And it's just like, like I said, I'm starting from ground zero again.
That's how I feel too.
Like all the shows I've done have been 100% new material. And it's just like, I just wrote, like, during the pandemic, like, at the beginning, I wrote some jokes, and then, like, the world kept changing every 3 weeks, just with Trump being on TV every day. So I was like, I can't write nothing until, like, this is coming towards kind of an end, because those fucking Tiger King jokes that everybody probably wrote, them shits ain't even rough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta take this off.
You're good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so like towards like within the last like month and a half, I wrote jokes and shit, and then some of them worked. I wrote fucking getting about a dog and the dog community, which I hate. I hate the fucking dog community.
I can absolutely see that about you.
I hate the fucking dog community.
Yeah.
I can't stand these motherfuckers. There's this fucking one lady, I tell a joke about her. She's this nosy ass white lady. And it's like, when she sees me with the dog, she just thinks this is a 30-minute conversation already. She walks up to me, and my dog he's too friendly. So anybody who's willing to pet him, he's all for it. You know what I'm saying? And she just asked me all these nosy white women questions about the dog. She asked me if like I got pet insurance, if I'm gonna neuter him, why I get his ears clipped, and this is every fucking time I see her. Oh, and it's just like, yo, like, and you know it's funny because like I live here and I work here. So if I didn't work here, I would just tell her, listen here, lady, fuck off. When you see me, Don't talk to me anymore. Yeah. I would easily do that. Yeah. But I can't because I work here too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no problem telling somebody that. When I was younger, I used to avoid confrontation, but now I'll be like, listen here. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have to go through life dreading seeing you. We can just end this right now. And that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I would love to see that. I would love to see that, you know?
And she's just like, I don't even know if she knows she's annoying. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if she's oblivious to it or she's just.
How old is she?
She has to be in her 50s, 60s.
Here's the thing I get that I fucking can't stand all the time. Okay, my dog is old as shit. She's 15. Oh. She's almost completely blind now. And
you've had her since she was a puppy?
No, I got her when she was 2.
Oh, okay.
But the blindness, like you can tell by looking at her.
Like she got that like hazed out eye.
That cloudy thing over her eyes.
There's a dog like that over here too.
So this is what I get all the time. Yo, is your dog blind? And I'll be like, she's kind of, how blind? Like, when did it happen?
Yeah, it matters.
You know, I'm like, what the fuck do you care how blind? Right. What kind of question is that? You know? And then they'll start asking me a question. How old is she? When do you think it's going to be the end for her? Shit like that.
Like on the street.
I'm like, get the fuck
out of here.
Away from me. You know what I mean? Like, that shit pisses me off.
I hate these motherfuckers. The dog community, and it's just like people just walk up on you and just start talking dog shit.
Yes, I know.
It's just like, dog. park?
In Vegas, I lived right by a dog park. So I literally took my dog to the dog park every single morning. She was so spoiled.
Yeah.
Every single morning. And there was a community. They would all gather in a circle and talk. It was a big ass dog park. So every morning what I would do is I'd let Penny in there and then I would just walk the parameter of the dog park just so I'd get like some exercise. And so they knew, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
You know, I'd have my headphones in like this and that was.
I brought him to a couple of dog parks and shit. And it's just too much. It's just like at this point in my life, I don't need to join another group. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's just, and this.
I can't even picture you in it.
This fucking complex, they just decided allowing dogs like the last 2 years. So there's 1 million dogs in here now, and it's just like these people.
So there's dog shit everywhere.
Oh yeah, they're supposed to be fucking like finding people. There's this fucking girl with this Doberman pinscher, and it's like, you know, there's dogs shit according to their size. You know,
Yeah.
like,
It's so. Oh God.
it's like there's these mountain shits. There's only 2 dogs big enough to fucking shit.
So you know who's doing it.
It's like, yo. And then the other day, she didn't see me. Like, she walked off the property, and she didn't notice I was behind her. Her dog shit right on the curb.
And she didn't.
And we got dog bags all over this fucking. It's like, yo, you don't even, like, you know, like, you have one on you when you're walking your dog. It's just like, pick up your dog shit. This is, unfortunately, this is part of owning a dog is you have to pick up dog shit every single day.
It's the worst part of owning a dog.
Yeah. You have to pick up shit, and that's just, you're going to do that 2-3 times a day.
That's your life now.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, that pisses me off, though, people who just leave it.
Yeah.
My old neighborhood in Brooklyn, it was everywhere. It was disgusting.
Like it disappears. People think like it disappears or something. It was just like, ugh, yeah. Some people are just, they're just terrible dog owners and terrible people.
Yeah.
Then you start judging people who do it, like in your head. You know what I mean? Like,
I absolutely do.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. I just don't, I don't know. This dog is just, and this dog is fucking, he's cool. He's the most chill dog I ever had, but he's fucking nuts too.
Yeah, he's sweet. He's really sweet.
He's cool.
Oh, he knows we're talking about him.
Yeah.
The other thing that pisses me off about my dog is she's super damaged. Okay.
Oh, when you adopted her?
Yeah, she was like.
Where'd you get her from? Like
social
abusive?
problem. Yes.
And that's funny. Actually, one of the jokes I tell. I said people ask me if it's an adopted dog. I said I don't want a used dog. I want a fucking brand new.
He was a puppy, huh? Yeah, I saw the pictures. Yeah, she had issues. Major. It was like going to.
She was getting whooped or something.
Yeah, big time. Like really bad, and like other really horrifying shit.
Well, what makes you want to take on a job like that?
Dude, I couldn't. My heart.
They show you the picture first, and then they tell you what's fucking wrong with them.
No, I saw the picture online and fell in love with her.
And then they show you what the fuck is wrong.
And I went there, and I was like, "Where's this dog? I want this dog."
Want this one.
I started just walking up and down the aisles looking for it, and when I saw her, she was just like, all fucked up. She was emaciated, dude. She was so skinny, you know.
Is it a mutt?
She's a beagle mix. We took her out. She was shaking like a motherfucker, and my boyfriend, who became my husband, he was like, I don't want that dog. That dog's fucking weird. He's just going to be shaking when people come over and shit. I was pissed because I fell in love with her. The second I saw her picture, you know?
What kind of screening process do they do when you adopt a dog?
Oh, they do a major.
It's serious, right?
Yeah. They
come to your house?
These guys didn't come to my house.
All right.
But they did a check and everything on both of us. Yeah. And which made me feel good. I was like, they take this shit seriously. You know, they don't want her to keep getting abused. But I was so pissed off that he had that reaction that he was like, I don't want that weird dog. And so one of the ladies came up and she was like, so are you interested in adopting her? And I was like, my boyfriend doesn't want her. He says she's weird. And she was like, what? She got all pissed off.
Her whole life is dogs.
Oh, yeah. She goes up to him and she's like, have you ever thought that have you ever had someone just leave you somewhere and not even give you another thought? What if your parents just dropped you off somewhere and left you?
Oh, she gave him the whole...
But he was adopted. And his parents left him when he was like 3 years old. So I was like, shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, cut. You know? But guess what? That's what did it. He was like, we'll take her. Yeah, because she went in on the adoption, the thing that he could connect with.
Yeah, he didn't think about it like that.
And he was like, we'll take her.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he fell in love with her too. He fell in love with her so much, dude, that like the third or fourth night, we were about to fall asleep, and he was like, God, I never thought I was gonna love her this much. I was like, I told you. He was like, I fucking hate Michael Vick now. That was the thing. He was like, I never understood the Michael Vick hate, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Did your dog sleep in a bed with you and shit?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, he sleeps in the cage.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he sleeps in there.
I couldn't do it. I'm telling you, I'm a little bitch.
Yeah,
I am so soft.
Well, it's just like it's like it's funny. The way they train dogs actually is the exact same way that they I don't want to use the word train, that they work with kids with autism. It's literally the same exact process. It's just reinforcing shit all the time. So when I first got him, I put him in a cage. Obviously, he was crying and shit. He didn't know. I picked him up in Maryland. He's from Tennessee. I woke up like at 4:00 in the morning and drove to fucking Maryland and drove back in one day.
What?
Yeah. I bought him from a breeder, but the first day he was crying. And the second day, a little bit, but it's just like, you just got to let the dog know this is just your life, man. When you get out the cage,
I know.
we're going to have a great time.
I know.
But at nighttime, unfortunately, you're still a dog.
I know. And look, that was my rules when we got her.
Yeah.
She's not even coming upstairs because we had a big house, and upstairs there was carpet. I was like, she'll stay downstairs, big downstairs area. And then the first week, one of us went downstairs and saw her with
at the stairs just looking up.
No. It was one of our something that belonged to one of us. Like one of us left a sweater or something downstairs, and she was sleeping with that.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, fuck, bring her up.
Yeah.
And then from there it was over.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
This dog, I had to train him from puppy. So that's why I had to get the damn carpet instructor. So, of course, he pissed on this rug, and it was just... Yeah. That shit was, and he went to puppy class. He got his puppy diploma right there on the TV. Yeah, he just fucking. It was mad work though. Like it's still kind of a lot of work, but that's that little patch on his back. He had a fucking cyst growing his back a couple months ago.
They're expensive, dude.
Yo, and then I got to because I had to switch. It's funny, I had to switch dog hospitals because I went to one that somebody recommended for me, and it was like. They did like the beginning dog shit, but then I don't know if they did it. Like then they keep trying to sell you shit.
No,
like
and then they're and they make you feel so bad.
Yeah, like you don't want them to get heartworms.
I know.
Like,
no, I don't want that.
I'm not a bad guy. I don't want him to get heartworms. Then you're like, how much is it? 400.
Yeah.
Well, how bad are heartworms?
Yeah. That's exactly what it goes. Yes, that's exactly. They convinced me that I had to do all this stuff to her teeth.
Yeah.
All this dentist stuff, and that I was a bad fucking mom if I didn't get it. It's like.
And then it gets to that point where I tell them, listen here. Then they try to get you into it's funny when they try to get you into something that's like, all right, like Heart Guard or something, whatever those brands are, and then they're like, yeah, every you want me to come here every month for this shit? Like I'm not coming here every month. And then they get to the point like, listen, if the dog's sick, I'll bring him in. And that's what happened with that fucking. He had this cyst on his back. He had like this little lump, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then like it literally got to like the size of an apple.
Oh my God.
He wouldn't even let me touch it.
Oh.
And then lucky for me, Julian's friend's mom works at a vet. I brought him there. They had to like shave it. That's why he got that patch on his back. It's just growing. It's still growing back. They had to shave it and drain it and shit.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, the thing that my lesson was like when Penny started losing her eyesight, I was dishing out the money, dude.
It's just like, it's expensive.
I was just in tears every time, just like, here's my credit card. They knew, you know what I mean?
They got you.
Then I was like, these motherfuckers, I think they're like exploiting this.
Oh, they are.
Because nothing was getting better with her vision. I finally just accepted it. I was like, she's going blind.
That's it.
She's going blind.
That's it.
Yeah, you're not getting any more money from me.
Yeah, that's
they were one more. They were like one more operation, one more one more procedure.
Yeah, that's the word they use.
It's like fuck.
No, yeah, she hooked me up with that, and that was even still expensive when she gave me a discount. And it was just like, oh my God, like, yeah, it gets expensive real quick. I was just like, like you said, they exploit you. They use you. They know they got you by the balls, and they know you love the fucking dog, and it's just like, I can't fuck with it, man.
Yeah.
I literally I was like, ugh.
Yeah. One time I dropped her when we first moved to Boston. We dropped her off at a pet hotel because we were going out of town. You know, a PetSmart, they call it a pet hotel. It's just like a boarding thing.
Yeah, I know.
And I got emotional when we said bye to her, and I almost like started crying. And the people kind of saw that, you know, and they go, for another fee, you can call her while you're gone. This was before FaceTime. I was like, call her
on the phone? Yeah.
What the fuck am I going to say to her? Like, are you kidding me? For another fee?
I can't just call the dog.
Hi, is Penny there? What the fuck?
Bark, bark.
I was like, you pieces of shit.
Probably just got a pre-recorded bark just ready.
I was like, are you fucking kidding?
They're dirty.
Call this bitch.
They're dirty.
Like, I'm sad, but I'm not a fucking idiot, okay? God.
Oh shit! This is big money in pets. This is big money. I got turtles too over there.
Yeah, I saw.
I was just like, Jesus, dude. They those pet people, they play dirty.
They know.
They play dirty.
That's big business,
they
baby.
Play dirty, and they know they got you because it's like, even when you go to pet store to buy shit, it's just some of the shit is so overpriced, but they know you need it. You like the things you really need are gonna be just super overpriced. You're like, well, I have to buy this thing. You know what I mean?
You know what? I've always been just kind of like what she needs and some treats. That's what I'll pay for. Yeah. You know what I mean? I've never been the dog mom who's like, and then she's got this and you know what I mean?
Hell no.
I don't need all the little.
I don't even have that shit.
Yeah. I don't need all the bells and whistles.
Well, the thing about this fucking dog is that he's super horny, so I can't buy him a bed. As soon as he gets to bed, he humps it.
Yeah.
And then, I'm not even lying. I have seen this dog hump a pillow for like 2 hours straight. Like, he's humping it. He'll hump it. He'll stop for 10 seconds. Hump it. I've seen him do it for like 2 hours straight. And then he'll get tired of it and he'll just tear it apart. Yeah. And it's like, the dog's only 7 months old. I've had him for 5 of those 7 months. He's ran through 5 beds.
Damn, son. Dude. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
So Penny was this was like her situation. She was in a puppy mill, okay? And
what's that?
So
they just breed them.
They tie them to a pole, and another dog just comes and fucks. Another dog comes and fucks. Another dog comes and fucks.
They run in a train
over and over and over.
So they get pregnant.
Yeah.
And then they just sell the puppies.
Yeah, and it's like I'm talking a tight. You've
hold
seen
on,
a chicken coop.
So she's tied to a pole, and they just let a bunch of dogs fuck her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked.
So it's so fucked up, okay?
Who does that?
And it's like, fuck, for real. And it's like, you've seen like a chicken coop where the chickens are like, that's what a puppy mill, they're that tight together and everything, you know, like a really fucked up situation, okay? So because of that, she had like a scent on her.
Like cum?
Well, I don't know what it is, but like when we would take her around male dogs, they would go nuts, dude. They would get so fucking.
Oh, she gave off.
They'd want to fuck immediately, okay?
Like she's a whore.
Yeah, they know there's a whore around. There's a fucking, you know what I mean? And if you saw, she's just the sweetest little dog who's just, you know what I mean? So, but those first couple years were hell. Whenever we'd be around a male dog,
he just wants to hump.
Yes. I mean, I took her to my friend's house, and she was like, "I've never seen him like this. He was like an old ass dog,
and
he went nuts, dude. He was like, give me that pussy, give me that." You know what I mean?
That's so
and
bad.
I'm holding Penny, like, get away from her.
Oh, that's so bad.
It was horrible.
Still to this day?
No. That was only like the first 2 years. But it was rough, bro. Oh my God, it was so. Yeah.
That is terrible.
Yeah.
Who does that?
I know.
They're running fucking puppy whorehouses.
It just like it.
Those stories are terrible.
It made me so mad where I was like, I wanted to find out who it was. That mad. Right. You know what I mean?
Where was she from? It's from.
This is in Las Vegas.
She was from Las Vegas too?
Yeah.
And they was running a puppy mill in Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, yeah. They're like, you know, usually in like rural places, and there's a lot of desert.
Where they could just do whatever the fuck they want. Damn.
Yeah. Very sad story. When I tell people she has a sad story, like...
Now, here's the thing. Do you think your dog knew that this was wrong?
Yeah, she had to have. You know what was a really fucked up thing with her? So she had multiple sets of puppies that they just immediately took away.
So she didn't even bond with her own dogs.
No, and she was like affected by that. Like whenever we would see little dogs, like a little chihuahua, she would immediately go and just go up to them. So I had written a column about all of this. So when I worked for the newspaper, I had a column, and this lady called me from one of those places, and she was like, everything you're saying about your dog, this and this is what happened to your dog. I can tell from everything that you're telling me.
She worked at a puppy mill?
She worked at a rescue center.
Oh, so she knew.
She was like, I know this symptom, and this is definitely what happened to your dog. And so I had the longest phone call with her.
Of course you did.
I was like, she does this and this and this. And she was like, yeah, this is all the,
This is the life.
But this is so crazy. I dated this guy who was so fucking dumb. I told him the story. I was like, I don't even want to tell you what happened to Penny. And he was like, no, just tell me something. And I told him. I was like, they tied her up to a pole. And they just had sex with her over and over again. He's so stupid. He's so stupid. Dog. Listen, he was like...
She can't even get it out.
He was like... I can't believe a human being would do that to a dog. He thought that a person was going...
Come on, man. These are the guys you were dating?
You idiot. Yes. I'm like, oh, fuck. That was another therapy session. Why am I dating this dude? You know what I mean? Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus. That's fucking terrible, man.
Yeah. We got to talk about something happy. We can't end it on this.
No, we definitely ended. Man. Jesus Christ. What part of New York you living in now? Brooklyn?
Brooklyn,
That's Brooklyn's mad gentrified now, right?
It's not.
Have you been through Boston and see how gentrified it is now?
No.
I'm from Roxbury, right?
Yeah.
And I lived on Walnut Ave, which was a bad street. I lived on Dorr Street. I remember when I first moved on Dorr Street. The first week, somebody got killed on the corner. On the corner, my mom and sister heard the gunshots.
Damn.
Last summer, I drove down the street. There used to be like my apartment building, like 2-3 houses at the end, and there was a bunch of empty space. Now there's 1 million fucking houses built up, and just for shits and giggles, these are nice ass fucking houses. I was just like, I went on Zillow. I said, how much these fucking houses? Yo, there's not a house on the street that's less than like $900,000.
Holy shit.
And this used to be the hood. Like the hood.
Oh, hood. Damn.
It's just like, yo, I drove through so many parts of Boston because I moved out of Boston, so I drove through it. It's just like, it's just different.
Yeah. Okay, here's something crazy, okay, that I experienced over the weekend. No, listen, this was in Utah. So I was just in Utah. My little niece turned 5, so I went there. And
you went there because she turned 5? Is that a big age?
It's a significant. I think 5 is.
I don't think 5 significant.
No. So my sister has a rule. She's only giving her a birthday party every 5 years.
Okay, all right. You didn't tell me that.
Okay, yeah. I probably would have gone anyway. Yeah. I love her so much.
I know you love your fucking niece.
Yeah, I know. She has so much personality though, dude. I mean, anyways, so I went to Utah this last weekend. And my sister was like, let's drive through our old neighborhood. So before we moved to where I grew up, we lived in a neighborhood that was like a rundown neighborhood in Salt Lake City. And when I tell people like that, especially from you just the story you just told me, and this guy was killed on the corner. No. It's hard to believe that there was a rundown, fucked up neighborhood in Salt Lake, you know? But there was like a whorehouse kitty corner from us. Shit. And there was like, it was a shitty neighborhood, okay? Yeah. We drove down there and I experienced what you must fucking have felt driving down there. This street was so fucking nice. Our house had so many roaches and it was just like, it was nasty. It was embarrassing. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was so nice. All these Black Lives Matter signs, which tells me that white women live there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Always, right.
And then there was this house that they knocked down this other house, put up this house that looked like an LA house that was like floor to ceiling windows. And I got pissed. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is happening? You know, it was just like, I was like, why am I so mad right now?
Right.
Why am I so mad? Like, I don't fucking really care about this neighborhood, really, but I guess I do.
They just built it up, man.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy. I be thinking, like, what developer, like, that has to be like a skill in itself to see something and be like, we can turn this into something great. You know what I mean? Like, certain areas, they just look like shit.
Yeah.
And then some fucking genius is like, no, all we got to do is knock this off, kick all the poor people out, and then we got something.
Right. How did it turn? Because I didn't see the progress.
The potential.
You know? I know. Hell no.
Yeah.
I saw it from when it was like, we finally got out of this neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To what it is now. And I was like, just pissed.
Jesus.
I was just pissed. You know?
Fucking crazy.
And that was like a part of Salt Lake where I didn't feel that much of that much of a minority. There was a bunch of other minorities in my neighborhood. There was other Mexicans. There was a bunch of other Asian, a bunch of Cambodian people.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of Cambodians in Lawrence and Lowell, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I used to fuck with a Cambodian.
So that's what I grew up. That's what was at my own.
Hey, what's it like growing up Mexican? Was you super Mexican family? Or your dad didn't have time with his other family to be Mexican, to be as Mexican as he wanted to be?
No, like I didn't get a quinceañera or anything like that, but they moved us away from where our family was. So who was I going to have a quinceañera with? You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, I don't speak Spanish, you know?
Yeah, I don't speak. Did he not teach you?
It was like, what happened was they tried it with my brother. My brother's the oldest, and then my older sister, and then me, then my little sister. They tried it with my brother, and he had major problems in school. He got teased and shit.
Because he spoke Spanish?
Yeah.
Oh, he had a Spanish accent or something?
Yes. And my dad was like, he immigrated to this country and
be American.
And he got teased and shit like that, and he didn't want his son experiencing that. And he was like,
fuck this.
That's not what he moved here for and shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they cut it off immediately. All English all the time, you know? And I fucking hate that. Like that I didn't have that experience.
I wish I spoke Spanish all the time.
Huh?
I would always be wishing I knew how to speak Spanish.
Oh God. I really wish.
I went to English High in Jamaica Plain, and it was like literally like there's more Spanish people than black people in this school. It was probably like 60% Spanish and 40% black. So I was just around Spanish people all the time. So this is how I used to pass my Spanish test. Like I used to, when I had like tests in Spanish classes, I passed both Spanish classes. I don't speak a lick of Spanish. Is that what I would do is like when he gave me the Spanish test, my teacher, I say, yo, can I use the bathroom? And I would just find a Spanish kid in the hallway. Because there was so many. I knew I was going to run into somebody's Spanish. I'm like, yo, come here real quick, dog. Let me holler at you real quick. You like cookie?
Oh, fuck.
I used to that's how I passed Spanish class. That's literally how I passed Spanish class in high school.
Yeah.
It was a requirement to graduate. And
there was no way in hell that kid could be in his English class and be like, can I go to the bathroom? Jason Cordova, come here. Right. You're like, I can't help you.
I don't know how to use a simile. So that's what happened.
Yeah. But growing up Mexican in Utah sucked, you know?
Yeah, Utah Mexican.
Yeah. But because there weren't any
Mexicans.
But then by the time I got in high school, there were. You know,
Utah Mexicans?
A lot of Mexicans in Utah. But where I grew up in Utah, in West Valley, it's majority Mexicans now.
Now, when you started getting more Mexican, did you try to be more Mexican?
No, because I always embraced it, and I was always like claiming it and proud of it. Yeah. You know, I was never like, I wish I was white. I was always like, I wish these kids were Mexican too. Yeah. You know, that's kind of how fun. My dad like really instilled that.
That Mexican?
Yeah. Like you be fucking
Your mom's
proud.
Mexican too?
She's Mexican American. She was born in the United States.
But she's Mexican.
Yes. Her first language was Spanish, everything. Yeah, we got our thing done, our ancestry done and everything.
Oh, that's great.
And mine's all like Mexico. It's all.
When it comes to black people, I think they be lying though. When we do that genealogy thing, because like my mom did it, my aunt did it, and it was like some similarities, but it's just like the ties to Africa were cut off. Like, how do you even fucking know?
What do you mean?
Like black people, we don't in America don't have no history or no ties to Africa. Like, I know they could check your genealogy.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking, like, sometimes, like, you ever seen, like, you ever been in, like, a white person's house and they got, like, a family tree?
Yeah.
You ever seen one? Those things are amazing. You ever seen one of those, like, long-ass family trees, like, where the paper's old and you can just see? You ever
yeah.
see? Like,
dude, my mom has been researching it for our family and doing that for us. We're seeing like all how going back like generations and shit.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it really is. It's dope, but it stops at a certain point.
Oh yeah, it just stops
because they don't keep records. Yeah, and so it gets harder and harder.
I was watching some shit like on TikTok where I don't know this guy. I don't even know who the fuck I was watching. It's just, you get lost in the social media wormhole sometimes. And it was just like, it was celebrities and they were fucking showing them their like great grandmother's like bill of sale.
Yeah.
Like slave bill of sale.
Yeah.
I was like, they'd be like selling for like $800 and shit. I'm like, why would you do that to somebody? Yeah. What are you hoping to accomplish right here?
Yeah. I saw that. They had Chris Rock on one.
I seen like fucking with like Pharrell. And it was like, it was just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
It's just.
You're like, thank you. Very interesting.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Let me go drive away my Ferrari now. Yeah. So it is what it is, man. But how long have we been going? Oh, shit. Hour and a half almost.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up then. Yeah. Xazmin. I always say yes. I don't know why. Xazmin. Tell these people where they are, who they can find you.
At starts with an X on Instagram and Twitter. And, if you're in the New York area, definitely look me up. I'll have some shows.
You got stuff booked up? Coming up?
Is
New York opening back up?
I just heard today, May 15th, everything's opening again. So
100%?
That's what I heard.
Capacity 100%?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
You vaccinated?
No, but I had COVID the beginning of March, and so I can't get the vaccine for 90 days after that. So I can get the vaccine in June.
Are you going to get it?
Yeah. Yeah, I am. Are you?
I'm fully vaccinated.
Oh, really?
Nice. Last Friday, I was fully. I got that shit as soon as I was. Why? When did you get it?
Yo, I got COVID right when I was about to get the vaccine.
Oh, that sucks.
So yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That sucks. But it's people still not getting it.
But, I
know. Before we end it, this is what I gotta say about these people who are not getting it. All right, when COVID first started, like the first 2 months, you're like, this is hell. Can't wait for them to find something to get us back in the streets, right? And people are like, you get this. What other way did you see this playing out in my head? You know what I'm saying? When people who are like, I'm not getting that shit. How else did you see this playing out? They were going to have to develop something. And obviously it wasn't going to be super tested. We're not going to wait 10 years like FDA shit. Yeah. What else are you expecting?
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When they first started talking about a vaccine, I was like, I'll wait till a bunch of other people get it. Yeah.
But it's like I said, I'm getting it, and it's like I rather, like I'm saying, and I tell a joke about I might even do it tomorrow at the show, but it's just like, you know what's in the food you eat? Do you know what's in the air you breathe in? The water you drinking is all poison. I promise you that. Don't watch documentaries on anything you ingest because it'll fuck you up. It's just another thing that you just fucking put in your body.
Yeah, and it just, I'm fully on board now. I mean, that was like early, before they even developed the vaccine.
When you still have dignity and shit.
No, I'm like, give me my life.
Yeah, it's like, I'm rather go outside. Fuck it. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. I'm ready to just fucking.
I'm done with this shit.
Yes.
I'm done.
Yes.
I'm done. I'm just done. It's over. COVID is going down to history, and that's what else you want. It's going into history.
I fucking hope so, man.
Yeah, I'm done. I need to go outside to just do regular people shit. I can't be in the house no more. I'm tired of buying sneakers. I'm tired of just doing stupid shit. You know what I mean?
I'm with you. I'm ready.
So it is what it is, man. Thank you for doing this, Xazmin. Inaugural first lady of the Poker Table Talk podcast. I appreciate it. I've been trying to get women on this shit for since I started. With girls, y'all suck because y'all always, you know, your girls are just so full of y'all-self sometimes.
What?
In the sense that, like,
shit.
No, see, this is what bothers me about women sometimes. Like, they sometimes they think they're more important than what they are. I'm not saying like women. I'm saying women, if that makes sense. Where it's just like I'll even like when I used to do. Sometimes I used to do like photo shoots with girls. And not photo shoots. That's a bad thing. Like anything like this for this on camera, right? I'll talk to somebody. I'm like, hey, you want to do a podcast? Oh, yeah, I'm down. I'm real. I talk shit. I would love to do your podcast. You're like, all right, cool. Set the date up. Oh, are you going to be videotaping this? Like, who's going to see this? Like, you ain't nobody. Who gives a fuck?
No shit. Yeah.
You're nobody.
Yeah.
I've seen you post ugly pictures on Instagram. Yeah. Now an ugly video is a big deal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit. I asked you if you were videotaping it because I was like, do I need to take a shower? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's just like, and then, like I said, we was talking about earlier, people would just bail out.
Yeah.
Like I had this friend I went to middle school with. She was like, we talked about it for 2 weeks straight. She's like, I could do it this day. 2 hours before. I was like, y'all, 2 hours.
That would piss me off. That would piss me off.
2 hours before it was. I was like, yeah. All of a sudden, today is the day that the most craziest fucking thing ever happened. It's like, yo, fuck you. So fuck you. Don't even like it when I post it. Don't even like my podcast.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like, I feel like every time you ask me to do it, when I come to Boston, I'm not trying to chill.
You're in and out.
You know,
I feel you.
I schedule what I need to do, and it's
gone.
like I'm bouncing. You know, so. But yeah, then last night the show got canceled, so I was like, let's do it.
Better than sitting at home.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for doing this. I'm gonna sign out. All right. Peace.
Poker Table Talk, the podcast we do for GP.
That was dope.
Not PC, suck my weed.